What's going on, people? Lizard K Rule here, back with another video. Shoutouts to everybody that's tuning in. In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 characters that I would personally love to see in the upcoming King of Fighters 15. Now, back in August 2019, we saw a trailer from SNK letting us know that King of Fighters 15 is currently in development. But besides that, we don't have a date, no confirmed characters, nada. There really isn't much information about the game, but that doesn't stop me from thinking about the game and getting me hyped up for it. So, in this video, I'm going to give you guys the top 5 characters I want to see, and I'm not going to mention no obvious picks because these characters make the game every single goddamn year, so no reason for me to mention Kyo Kusanagi, Iori Yagami, Terry Bogard, Batiman Maru, better known as Benny Maru. These characters make the list every single year, so I'm not going to be mentioning them. These 5 characters are going to be characters that we don't see too often or haven't been in the game in a very long time. So, without further ado, let's get started with my number 1 pick, and this shouldn't be a shock to anybody that's followed me on YouTube for a long time. My number 1 pick is, of course, Yuji Yamazaki. Now, why Yuji Yamazaki? Because he's my favorite fighting game character of all time. He's a fucking crazy son of a bitch. I love me villains, but in particular, I love me some really psychotic villains, and Yamazaki just fits the bill perfectly. Just from the crazy laughter to his wacky moveset, this guy is fucking hilarious. I love his fighting style. It's really dirty, how he just whips you in the face, kicks dirt in your face, stomps on you. A really intimidating but defensive playstyle. I really love it. So I hope to see him again in the upcoming King of Fighters, and I would love SNK. I hope somebody from SNK is watching this. I doubt it, but if somebody from SNK is indeed watching this video, please give him his Freak Out Fist super from the King of Fighters 2003. That is my favorite super. It's fucking hilarious while being brutal at the same time. It really fits Yamazaki to the core. I'm gonna put it on the screen for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, so you can see the insanity that Yamazaki can display.
KO! You win!
That super is fucking gold. I mean, I know some people might say that it looks brutal or barbaric or savage, but I think those people just lack the refined sensibilities to appreciate such a super. Alright, let me cut the bullshit, but it really is hilarious and it fits Yamazaki to the core, so I really would love to see it return. But either way, y'all get the point by now. Yamazaki is my number 1 pick, so enough rambling about him. Let's move forward to my number 2 pick. My number 2 pick will be my main man, the fucking beast, Gato. Now, why Gato? It has nothing to do with the fact that Gato is one of my favorite fighting game characters in the fighting game universe. No. It has more so to do with the fact that we haven't seen Gato in a King of Fighters game in 15 years. 15 long motherfucking years. And I think that's a travesty. Gato is a fucking animal. I mean, this guy's design looks amazing, and his fighting style is awesome. It's like a more aggressive, imposing form of Ken Shao's fighting style. He's kind of like a Yuri personality-wise. He's very silent most of the time, strong, moody, and aggressive. I cannot stress that enough. Gato is aggressive, but personality stuff, this character, again, he's just amazing. I mean, holy shit. If you guys played King of Fighters 11, the last game Gato was in. Gato was quite the dominant force in that game. Easily one of the best characters in the game. Some people, well, the pro players might say he was tied with Kula and EG, but I personally, and I'm sure a few people would agree, that Gato was even higher than them. I mean, this guy Gato had insane damage output, crazy mobility, and combos for days. This guy was one flashy ass character in King of Fighters 11. He was just so good, man. Just gameplay wise, looks wise, this character's awesome. Awesome. It really grinds my gears that Gato's only been in 2 King of Fighters games, 2003 and King of Fighters 11, and that really grinds my gears, especially when you consider the fact that Gato gets shafted half the time, but Chang and Choi, 2 characters that I think are fucking doo-doo feces, consistently make the cut. It really is annoying. I think it's a travesty. It's a shame. And SNK really needs to do more to utilize this character because he's awesome. And they need to start doing it immediately. I hope you're listening, SNK. I hope somebody from SNK Play More or whoever is watching this video, please, you need to rectify the situation by adding Gato back in the game. Maybe in the core roster or DLC, some way, somehow, you guys have to make this right. What also grinds my gears is the fact that Chang and Choi seem to make the cut more consistently than my number 3 pick, which is Bonnie Jeanette, better known as B Jeanette. Oh yes, she right here is my favorite female fighting game character of all time. Now I have to confess, I think it's obvious that she is the complete opposite of what I typically go for in a character. She's not villainous, she's not evil, she's not psychotic in any way. She's actually just your fun-loving, adventure-seeking pirate. And I gotta say, I love her for it. She really does have this innocent kind of feel to her, but at the same time, her gameplay can annoy the fuck out of you. She is a very neutral heavy / footsie kind of character, and when she's not enforcing her footsie / neutral heavy gameplay on you, she is just really fucking you up with her combos, which do look really flashy. And I gotta say, another thing that I love about B Janet is her voice. It is sweet, but it can be really goddamn annoying at the same time. And trust me, when you're on the receiving end of a B Janet beatdown, listening to that voice make all sorts of yoo-hoo and yee-hee type of noises really gets under your skin. Trust me, I know. I think it's a shame that SNK has not put her in a fighting game in 12 years, especially when you consider the fact that she should have been a shoo-in in the SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. She should have been guaranteed. Instead, they did not give us the pirate that we wanted. They gave us the pirate that is pretty much a ripoff of Ruby Heart. I think her name is Love Heart. I forget her name. She's really not relevant to me. To me, she is a flat-out copy of Ruby Heart. And instead of giving us B Janet, the pirate that we love and adore, they gave us her, and just left out B Janet altogether. That SNK is an absolute travesty. How dare you, SNK?
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly, Greta. Whatever you say. So, so SNK, please, give us B Janet in King of Fighters 15. Make us happy. My 4th pick will be kind of a oddball pick, I do gotta admit. And I also have to admit that for storyline purposes, unless they plan to revisit the Orochi saga or somehow include Orochi in the main game, it really wouldn't make much sense to have this character as part of the main roster. Now, I definitely could see him being a DLC character, but sensibly for storyline purposes, it wouldn't make much sense. But either way, the next character I would add on the list would be Orochi Yuri. Now, I do like the original Yuri a lot, and I gotta admit I really don't care too much for Orochi Yuri, mainly because he's just the original Yuri, but much faster. But I've been saying this for a few years now, that if they were to include Orochi Yuri again in a new game, they could make him much different from the original Yuri by giving him Yuri's moveset from King of Fighters 12 and 13. Back in King of Fighters 11, he had his flame stolen by Ash Crimson, so in King of Fighters 12 and 13, he was forced to use the original Yasakani fighting style, which requires him to use more of his hands and claw at his opponents. Those of us in the King of Fighters community typically call this Yuri Claw Yuri. So I think the Yasakani fighting style, or Claw Yuri's fighting style, would suit Orochi Yuri very well. Orochi Yuri he's basically a mindless, animalistic version of Yuri. Very primal, very savage. And I think Claw Yuri's moveset would suit Orochi Yuri very, very well. As a matter of fact, the only thing that I would say they should do is give Orochi Yuri his fireball, his projectile, whatever. And besides that, give the entire moveset of Claw Yuri to Orochi Yuri. And I think that would be an amazing character. He would be fast, primal, and it would really be something I think the fans would enjoy. I definitely would enjoy it, but I also think a lot of fans would enjoy it, because a lot of people do like Claw Yuri. Claw Yuri, back in King of Fighters 13 in particular, was really fucking good. Easily one of the best characters in the game at the time. So I think that would be the perfect way to include Orochi Yuri in the game, but make him different from the original. And I think it would go perfectly well together. I really do think that, Claw Yuri combined with the savage nature of Orochi Yuri would be a perfect match together. So that's my fourth pick. So let's move on to my last and final pick. My fifth and final pick will be a flat out biased pick. Now, it kind of goes without saying that, when you make these kinds of lists, there's always some bias in play. But in this case, the only reason I want this character in the game is because I like him. I think he's swaggy as a motherfucker. He's cool. He's just ill. That's pretty much the only reason I want him in the game. And I really wouldn't care if they explored his story or not. The final character I want in King of Fighters 15 would be Adele Bernstein, the son of Rugal Bernstein. He's better known as Adele. Now, I think I covered why I want him in the game, but I'll just repeat myself. I think Adele really is an awesome fucking character. If you guys got the chance to play with him in King of Fighters 11, the only King of Fighters game he's been in as a fighter, I gotta say that, oh man, he was fucking amazing. I mean, the combos were amazing. He has this cool demeanor. He's just a really fun character in my opinion. He did have his faults in King of Fighters 11, that being really low defense and really high stun. But man, was Adele a joy to play in King of Fighters 11. And I would love to see what they could do with him in King of Fighters 15. Now, I gotta admit that more than likely he will not be in the game. I think if there's a chance of a Bernstein being in King of Fighters 15, it would be Rugal. And for those of you who don't know, the reason I say Rugal has a high chance of being in the upcoming King of Fighters game was because back in King of Fighters 14, the boss, I think the boss name was First. Back when you defeated First would be destroyed, and when he exploded, he released all the souls of the deceased fighters that he had entrapped within its body. And one of those souls, we know for a fact, was Rugal. So basically, Rugal has been reborn. So we could see Rugal in upcoming King of Fighters game, and I think the chances of seeing him are much higher than that of Adele. But still, if I had it my way, I would definitely prefer to see Adele in the King of Fighters XV, and I do hope by some miracle that he does make the cut. So if you're listening, SNK, yeah, give a man a bone, alright? So that's going to be it for this little wish list video of mine. If you guys and gals did indeed enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on the video. Get the motherfucking likes up. Get them up. Get them up. Also, if you agree or disagree with any of the characters on this list, and if you guys have some characters you would like to see in the upcoming King of Fighters 15, let me know in the comment section. Let's have a discussion about it. Let me know what you guys think. Other than that, I think I'm going to head on out. This is Lizard K Rule. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care, everyone.